Alright, hey guys, welcome back to another Solo Sunday. We're going to be playing a solo playthrough of Flame and Fang. This game just delivered from Kickstarter. It is a game by Peter Goosis and Michael Kelly. They're the guys that do one-stop co-op shops. I'm sure you guys have seen their channel. They're like probably my favorite, like from a board game perspective, channel from how they do this. Everything is like solo co-op stuff. So this is their first design. Flame and Fang is a cooperative deck building game. It's 1 to 4 players. We're going to be playing solo. It is sort of a narrative campaign-esque game. So we're just going to kind of hop into it. I'll kind of explain things as we go. But basically, to win the game, we have to complete the objective of the chapter. To lose the game, we either run out of life, which is notated like by these cards, or we run out of events. So we're going to go ahead and start. And the first chapter here is the hatchling, and there's a little bit of story here. You awake in darkness held tightly, trapped. You push and scratch gently at first, then with more strength, finally the walls begin to crack. You push out of your egg, and the light blinding you. You are in a cave. Instinct tells you that family members should be there to greet your birth, but there is no one, no mother or father. Your stomach rumbles and you feel cold. You need dragonstone and gold to light your fire, and food to fill your bellies. You must explore the outside world and gather what you need to survive. Flip this card. So this is the setup of the map. So as you can see, we have it set up here. I'll flip over the tiles here. But basically, the cave and the fortress are exposed and everything else is randomized. We're going to place 4 book tokens on our player board, which we have here. We're going to be using Amethyst, the purple dragon. Let's go ahead and flip these over. Okay. So we flipped over our map area. We've got our 4 book tokens, and then this is additional setup. So if we're playing with 1 to 2 players, we're going to add a minion, add 5 event cards, and flip this card over. So we're going to add our minion. We're going to draw from here, and the minions, this is kind of what they do. So this tells you what location to place them in. This tells you how much they're going to attack for. This is their defense, like their health. This is what they'll drop when they're defeated. And then sometimes they have an effect, like this one says, end of minion phase, move this toward the nearest dragon. So this one will actually move around. But it's going to start in the outpost, which happens to be in the middle. We're going to draw 5 events. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to place those events there. We're going to flip this card over. With the bravery that only starvation can kindle, you set forth. And so this is kind of our objective action phase. Each time dragon defeats a minion, resolve a growth action to gain an upgrade card or passes... Each time a dragon defeats a minion, resolves a growth action, or gains an upgrade card, or passes their turn while on the fortress, remove a book from their player board. And then the goal here, which is green, so it's kind of hard to tell. If there are no book tokens remaining on any player's boards, you may flip this card at any time, and then it says warning, be ready for a fight. So that is going to be what we're going to do. So kind of to give a little bit of the turn structure, I'll show you one of the other player boards. So basically, we have an action phase. We're going to choose an aspect. There are 3 aspects. Fight, flight, and hunt. Fight is basically for attacking. Flight is basically for moving, and hunting is basically for resource gathering. We're going to choose one of the aspects. We can only play cards of that aspect that turn. There are cards that have these stars, so you can see here. Those are wild. They can be played with any aspect. So we'll play a card. Basically, in multiplayer, everybody plays a card. Like each player will take 1 turn to play a card, and then we'll pass. When we pass, we will either put a card in our prep area or discard a card if we want, and then draw back up to our hand size, which is 6. Then the minions will activate. The boss would activate. We'll flip over an event, and then we'll do cleanup. So yeah, let's just get into it. So let's go ahead and draw our 6 cards. This is our upgrade path. So this lets us, we can buy new cards. Oh yeah, there are 3 resources. There are Dragonstone, Meat, and I think that's called, Meat, Dragonstone, and Gold. They effectively all are the same when it comes to actually upgrading your cards. So you can buy a card and upgrade it, and it can be any of the 3 resources. But they all have their own special effect when doing stuff. So you can discard a Meat to draw a card. You can spend a gold to convert a card by changing its aspect. So you can play a flight card if you've chosen fight as your aspect for that round. And then the Dragonstone can boost a card, which some cards have this ability where you do the top thing, but the bottom thing can be done by spending a Dragonstone or discarding a card of the same aspect. So let's go ahead and draw up. We're going to draw 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're starting in the cave. We need to defeat people or pass in the fortress. So our hand, we have 2 hunt cards. We have a fight card, a flight card, and 2 wild cards. And these grow cards are what we'll do to upgrade our stuff. I think, and what we can do at the beginning of the game is we can actually mulligan 2 cards. You can discard 2 cards and then up to 2 cards and then draw up. And I'm going to discard these 2. So this lunge and this swoop, we're going to discard those and draw up. And we're going to get started here. And we're going to go ahead and choose the hunt action. So we're going to, we can't play these cards. We can play any of these cards. And kind of the basic anatomy is you'll do this. In this case, this is to gather the resource on the space that we are. So we would gather a Dragonstone. If you defeat a minion and there are a drop stuff, you'll get that stuff too. 1 item there if it's there. So, but in this case, we'll just get a Dragonstone. And then if we pay a Dragonstone or discard a card of the same aspect, we can move 1 space. So, and that happens to be for both of these. And like I said, our grow card lets us resolve the growth action, which is to spend resources to take one of these cards or refresh the upgrade path, which means discard everything and then replace it with 4 more cards. When we upgrade a card, we remove a card from our hand and swap it out completely with the card that we're upgrading. So that means that your deck size doesn't change. You're just adding cards. You're not just adding cards to your deck. You're replacing them. So it's a deck builder in that like you could tailor it to however you want, but you aren't going to have to make your deck full of your basic cards. You're going to be able to remove them. So we can't do anything with these. To prep a card at the end of the round, it has to be a card of the aspect we chose. But we chose Hunt. So we're going to do Stalk. We're going to play that. Let's play that there. And we're going to gather this. And we have 3 spots, this Dragon Horde spot, and then we have a 4th spot on this life token. But if this gets removed, we lose it. So we're going to put that Dragonstone there. We're going to go ahead and do that again and get another Dragonstone. Let's do this. Let's do the Grove. And we're going to spend these 2. And we're going to replace Bite. We're going to remove it from the game. And we're going to take Grab. So this is a wild. And it will we'll get to gather resources with it. But if we spend a Dragonstone, we'll be able to do an attack. And it goes straight to our hand. So this gets refilled. Now remember, this says each time your dragon defeats a minion resolves a growth action, or passes, or resolves a growth action to upgrade a card, or passes while they're in the fortress, remove a book. So we're going to remove a book. And because it went to our hand and it's that, we can activate it. So we're going to go ahead and activate it, and we're going to get another one of these things there. Can't play Lunge. And I'm actually going to I'm going to do the Grow to refresh the upgrade path. So we're going to discard these cards. Everything kind of costs a lot. We're going to refill. Ooh, Rapid Growth. I like that because that is another health. Okay. So now we've played as much as we can. We're going to pass. I can choose to discard this card or keep it in my hand. I can't put it in my prep area because we chose Hunt. We'll probably keep this card. So we're going to keep that card. We're going to discard everything here. We're going to draw back up to 6. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we're going to undergo. So the minion's going to activate. If it was in the same spot as us, it would attack us for 2, but it's not. So it's not going to do that. There's no boss. So now it's going to we're going to do its end of minion phase, which is going to move towards the nearest dragon. We'll just move it there. And then we're going to resolve an event. And the event says the spirits bring new life to the forest. So if we have 1, 3, or 4 players, we're going to do this, which in this case is place a meat in Forest 3. So we're going to Forest 3's here. And then if there's 1 player, nothing happens. If there were 2 players, we'd add a minion. If there were 3 players, we'd add 2 minions. And there were 4 players, we'd add 3 minions. But in this case, we had no minions. So that's it. That is resolved. And it's our go again. So it looks like we may want to do this to move around. I kind of want to go in there, hit him, and then kind of move. So I think that's probably what we're going to end up doing. So let's play this. We're going to move here. Oh, hold on. I don't want to do that because if you are in a space and you move out of a space with a minion, you'll take damage. So we probably don't want to do that. So we're probably going to try to get away from him. So I think we'll play this lunge. We'll move here. We'll play this lunge. We'll move here. We'll play this lunge and move here. And then I'm going to spend this Dragonstone after we move to do this gather effect. And now I guess I could do it when I play it. So we can just do it when I play it. You can resolve them in any order. So we're going to, if there's two effects. So we're going to gather the meat. And then we would gather the meat that's there. So we're going to get that one. All right. And I think that's it. I'm going to discard this. And these go. And then we're going to keep that. We'll draw. One, two, three. Okay. Oh, this is going to be another gather and stuff round. That's okay. All right. He's going to try to attack us. Can't. He's going to move towards us again. And then we are going to resolve another event. So minions strike from the shadows. So in this case, if we were to playing 3 or 4 players, we would do this or not. And then we're going to add another minion to the board. All right. So let's flip this over. It is a Warden. It goes to Mountain 1, and then end of phase, remove all damage from this enemy. So you kind of have to take him out pretty quickly. So Mountain 1. Okay. All right. So we need to get this progression going because we need to do some stuff here. So let's go ahead, and we're actually going to play Stalk. We're going to discard. We're going to discard Seize to do its effect here. Again, we have to discard the same aspect. So we've chosen Hunt. We're going to move first to the fortress and then take a coin. Remember, the coins can be used to change the aspect of a card to play on the turn. So we can make this work for Hunt, even though it's a flight card. We're going to play Grow, and we are going to spend... Ooh, what do we want? If this is in your life area, -1 to upgrade action cards. Oh, I like that. Rapid growth. It's going to cost me 3. Hold on, let's wait on that. Let's first play Stalk here, and we'll get a gold. And we can, now we've spent all these, so we can hold it here. And then we're going to grow, and I'm going to spend this, this, and this. And we're going to take Rapid Growth, and I'm going to replace that with the swoop. So this is going to give us an additional life, and then it says if this is in your life area, then -1 to upgrade action cards, and we get to hold something there. And it goes to our hand, and we're going to be able to play it because we've picked that aspect. And then we did remove a book because we did get to upgrade. And then finally we'll play this to get another coin there. And then we're going to pass. So we've passed, and it says, again, remove a book if you're passing in the fortress, and we are, so we're going to pass. These get discarded. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. All right, so minion phase is going to happen. He's going to move towards us. He's going to remove any damage. He doesn't have any, and then we're going to resolve this event. It's not going to do anything because we're a single player, and then we're going to add another minion. All right, we've got to kind of get things moving here. So we've got the Shaman. Comes into Forest 4, and it gives us this injury thing instead of damaging us. Forest 4. Okay. All right, let's see what we can do here. What aspect do we want to choose? We could pick Fight and maybe take out this Hunter, but I have to be able to move. What do we want to do here? We can upgrade another card, and then we'll end up bringing in the boss, which is kind of an ordeal. But I've kind of leaned into green. I mean, I've gotten rid of all my red cards, which do damage, but that's a red card. It's a blue card that does damage. So maybe I want to do that and save that. We'll pick this. So we're going to play Swoop. I'm going to discard the Grow card to move here. And then we're going to attack him. So we're going to do 1 damage. I'm going to play... So we've picked that, so I can't do that. I might have messed this up. Yeah, I kind of messed this up. That's okay. We're going to play that. We'll hit him for a damage again. And then we can play... Oh, actually, we didn't mess up. Hold on. Can I convert... I can move, well, if I can convert a card to discard for this, then we're good. Yeah, so I can actually do that. So we're going to play Grab, and we're going to get a meat, and then I'm going to spend this to make this card a red, so I can discard it to attack, and we'll defeat him. So this hunter is gone. He's defeated. We're going to place this here, and this here. In the area. He's defeated, and then it says each time you do that, so it says remove this from the board, so it gets removed. And then if none are available on any player's board, you may flip this at any time. Okay, so we're going to wait to flip that. But we're going to have to soon because we're almost out of events. Okay. I think that's it. I think we're going to end our go. So I'm actually going to discard this. These will get discarded. We're going to take that off. Okay. One, two, three, four, five, six. Oh, we're picking blue for sure. Okay, so we're going to, the minions are going to resolve. They don't have anything to do. We have an event, so this is the second to last event. We're going to do anything here, and then we're going to add a minion. This minion gets added to the fortress. Can't be defeated if there's a non-support minion in this location. Okay, our go now. So we're going to choose, now we're going to end up bringing this boss into play. So we kind of need to figure out what we want to do here from a fighting standpoint. So we're definitely going to play blue. So we're going to pick blue aspect because we have 1 red card and a wild and the rest are blue. We're going to now do this goal. So if no book remained on any player's board, you may flip this at any time. So we're going to flip this. It's going to be this guy here. You have gathered enough to survive, but your hunt has attracted unwanted attention. A large squad of warriors charges from the enemy stronghold, led by a powerful captain. You band together to defend yourselves. What choices do you have? So then it's going to be add 2 events, place the boss figure on the same tile as the dragon nearest the fortress, and flip this card. So we're going to place this here. We're going to add 2 events. And then we're going to flip. And we have the guard captain. So he's our enemy. This is what he does. He will attack any dragons within 0 to 1 range. He has 5 health per player. So boss phase before attacking, the boss moves up to 1 tile to be at range 0 to 1 range from as many dragons as possible, preferring a tile with no dragons if able. And then when defeated, flip this card. All right. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to play this to gather this here. Wait, is that what I want to do? We're gonna gather this. I'm gonna discard this roam because we chose blue to do the secondary effect. But we're gonna gather that and gonna get a meat. We're gonna place that here. We're gonna hit him for 1 damage. So there's 1. We are going to spend this gold to change the aspect of this to blue to hit him for another hit, and discard this to gather again. So we'll get a coin, and we'll get another meat. Okay. So I think what we're going to do is we're still, like we said, we're still blue. So we're going to play this. We're going to spend this to do the attack first. We're going to hit him for another one, so he's taking 3 damage. We're going to move out of the room. Since we have an enemy here, we're going to take a damage for that, so we're going to lose a life. That goes here. I think I'm going to spend this to draw a card. I'm going to spend another one to draw a card. We're going to play lunge. We're going to move back into this space and discard this to as the blue effect to hit him for another one. And then finally we're going to spend this gold to do swoop and make it blue to hit him for the last, and he is now defeated. Dead. So we're going to flip this card over. The enemy force is defeated. You are safe for the moment. You hope this will last. You need time to scout your surroundings. You must find your family. So then we have a reward. Reset each player's action deck. Unlock one trait card. One trait, one card. Unlock trait, one card. Sorry. See Rulebook 15 and then move on to Chapter 2. And that's going to be it. So let's actually do the trait cards real quick, and then I can show you how we're going to continue on this campaign. Okay, so basically we would take the trait 1 trait cards, and in multiplayer you would just shuffle up the trait 1 cards, dish out as many as there are players, and each player is going to choose one. But in solo we'll flip over 2. So these are all the cards. What these cards will do, replace cards in our deck for the rest of the campaign. So we reset our decks, which is everything with our little icon in the bottom. That's our health. That's a card that gets gone. So this is we go back to our starting deck. There we go. Although I have a life in here somewhere. There we go. So we're going to flip over 2 cards. We have Frenzy and we have Charge. So we have this. It's a wild. It does 1 attack, which is great. We have Charge. It's a red. If this is played first, you do 2 damage. So we're going to replace one of our red cards in our deck with that. So do I just want the consistent damage no matter what, being that it's a wild, or do I want to charge and get the 2 if we choose red? I kind of like the idea of that. So I think we're going to remove Swoop from our deck, so it's gone, and now Frenzy has been added to our deck permanently. And so there it is. That is the first game of Flame and Fang. I haven't gone beyond this. I've played this a couple times just kind of get it down, but I have not gone beyond this, so I'm excited to keep trying and seeing how the game progresses. I think the dragons are all, the dragons are different colors. I think their cards are all the same. I'll have to double check. But there's more stuff to unlock. I have some stuff still wrapped up. There's some difficulty modifiers. I think all their stuff is the same. Yeah, looks like it is. So, but anyway, that is going to be it. Let me know what you guys think, and after we finish the Astroknights campaign, I'll probably finish this campaign. It's 8 games. It's not too much, and I'm excited to see how this evolves over the series of several plays. So that's going to be it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye bye.